days. This is the 46th playing of the Memorial. So, you know, you would like the course and certainly the greens to drain. I talked about it. This is a challenging tee shot. You tee it back up by the clubhouse, take it over the water. You'd like to try and turn it from right to left. Very difficult to carry that bunker down the left. It's 320 yards. And then that hole location today is in that sort of middle left. The problem is there's a huge fall off right here. Everything's going to go down here. There's a lot of slope in this part of the green. Again, we mentioned, John, second shot golf course. And if you don't drive it in the fairway and then you miss the green in the wrong spot, it is nearly impossible. Actually was the most difficult golf course to get the ball up and down last year, scrambling less than 55%.
Emiliano Grillo doing a little scrambling here at the 10th. He'll have outside a dozen feet for his par. We drift back to the tee. Here's Alex Noren.
Well, he's always going to go with that customary cut. That's a lot of curve, but finds the center of the fairway. Good tee shot.
Jamie Lovemark, Matt Wallace, the other two players in the group here. Lovemark once was the can't-miss kid, wasn't he? Now 33 years of age.
Well, he was the youngest ever to win the money title on the Corn Ferry Tour back in 2010, but the career has been derailed with injuries, numerous injuries.
Next on the tee from England, Matt Wallace.
And Matt Wallace rounds out the group. He's been playing a little bit of a heavier U.S.-based PGA Tour schedule this season. Pretty consistent campaign for the Englishman, who's 80th in the points race, as you see. One needs to hang in there down the left-hand side, and it does. That's a good one from Wallace to start the week. A couple of par-saving attempts up ahead. Hughes will have a chance here.
Yeah, slow putt back up the hill.
The Canadian-born player with some ties to the Buckeye State, played his college golf at Kent State.
Kent State. I mean, the Canadian contingent you mentioned has sort of flourished of late. You think of Corey Connors as well, playing extremely well. Mackenzie Hughes. Good to see Mike Weir winning on the PGA Tour Champions. It's a strong bond of Canadians playing out here on the PGA Tour.
Boy, how good has Connors been this year, Craig? Without winning, he's been all over leaderboards.
And you might think that he would be one that you'd keep an eye on this week, considering how good of an iron player that Corey is.
Neesmith for birdie. It's going to dry up about a foot short.
I mean, I know that the work they played prior to Memorial last year was a different golf course, but indication of what I talked about, a second shot golf course. Morikawa, Thomas, Victor Hovland, 1, 2, 3 in that event, or 1, 2, 3 in strokes gained approach. So just go down the list of good ball strikers, guys who hit a lot of greens in regulation. Those stats need to be in the top 10 in the field to have any chance of winning this golf tournament, statistically speaking.
Emiliano Grillo is a sweet swinger of the golf club. 4 top 10s on the season, and if the putter cooperates, this club right here, he becomes more of a factor, doesn't he?
You know, I've talked to his caddy numerous times, and he said day in and day out, he's really one of the most consistently great ball strikers. His caddy said his putting is horrific. And it's a shame because it puts so much pressure on the long game. and then it affects the psyche a little bit. He's decent from this length, but you get him a little bit closer. Sometimes he doesn't scare the hole.
Evidence of the Argentine's ball striking prowess on display last week at Colonial, where he finished tied for 8th at the Charles Schwab Challenge, and part of this exclusive field of 120 here this week, including Colin Morikawa.